Hey everyone, welcome back to Dan and his van. This is part 3 of my Dan, what's in your van kind of thing. I'm showing you all around my van what I have, what products I use, and things like that to get my van all situated and ready to go for the road. April, heading out for probably 7 months. I won't be back in Arizona for about 7 months, not until November, most likely. And yeah, so let's go to part 3. Part 3, I'm going to go over all the things that I use to cook and keep my food, and the sleeping area, what I use to sleep. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me share my screen. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at my Bodega fridge. Now, this fridge, I have it behind the passenger seat. It's a dual zone. It has a freezer and a fridge. I use it 100% as a fridge because it's not so much room that I really don't need anything for freezer, and I can go to the store wherever I am. I'm never out of touch that far that I can't do that. And I have it strapped to the back of my passenger seat. This thing is amazing. It was, I actually had $100 coupon, and it was, I paid, I want to say just under $300 at the time because there was a sale on for Christmas. But it's come down 30%, which is great. This hardly uses any solar power at all. It uses like negative three, I mean, it uses like 0.3 amps per hour. It can last, on my solar system, it could last for 10 days dedicated just for the fridge. If I never recharged my solar system. It's amazing. So that's the Bodega. Keurig, I have a 1 cup Keurig maker. It uses a hell of a lot of amps, but you're only using it for 5 minutes, so it's really not going to, it may use 1% of your solar. It uses like 133 133 amps, I think it was taking per hour, because it's a fast brewer, but it's down 20%, $79.99. That's what I use for my coffee. I use this portable blender. This is great. This works awesome. I use this for my protein shakes. And this is the protein shake that I have every day for lunch. Make sure I'm not really good about eating fruits and vegetables and things like that. So I take supplements for my fruits and veggies, and I take my protein shake to make sure I get enough protein. It's organic, vegan, all that good stuff. So it's very good for you. It's funny coming from a fat guy, but it is very good for you, and you do need to get your protein and stuff. So that's what I use. As far as cooking goes, I have a Coleman PowerPack propane gas camping stove. This I've had for 2 years or almost 3 years now. And this is great. This is all I use. I put a skillet on it. I can put a griddle on it. I could put my pot and pan on it. I put my, if I didn't have my Keurig, I would put my boil my water, because I have like a percolator, but I just use it to boil water, and I have instant coffee in case I don't, for some reason, I wouldn't have power or the Keurig broke. So that's what I use for cooking 100%. So let's talk about the chair and sleeping. Now, the chair that I chose, it's the same chair, just by a different company. And apparently they ran out of them from the other company, but this is awesome. Now, these ratings you see, this 3-star ratings, it's mainly because it's really hard. Now I'm going to show you what I did, because I had a big futon in my van, and it took up a lot of room, and it wasn't good. I needed to free up space so I can store everything else that I have. This has wheels, and the wheels lock. So during the day, when I sit in my mobile office, and I'll show you a picture of that, when I sit in my mobile office facing here, so imagine you're sitting here and you're facing the computer screen. That's where I sit all day. I sit in this chair all day, and I have a memory foam topper. I'll show you that next. So this is where I sit. And what happens is, at night, I unlock the wheels, I turn it around, and I just reposition my Ottoman here. I reposition that and anything else that's in the way. And this stretches out, and I put my topper on it, and I sleep just fine. So as you can see, folds out, and it's 74 inches long. I'm just shy of 6 foot. So for me, it's 62 inches with the pillows and stuff like that. So 74 inches is fine. And like I said, it is hard. So you need that 4-inch topper. So what I did is I bought a 4-inch topper last year. And what I did is I actually cut it to shape. Now you can do one of two things. I don't, because for whatever reason, you can actually tie it down or hold it down to the at night, but I don't. I just lay it down. I just lay it down at night. I don't know if you can see a picture here, but so right over here, I usually keep the topper, or I'll keep it up here during the day. Just keep it out of the way because it's fairly big. I'm not gonna lie, the topper is big, but it doesn't take up a lot of room. I just either put it on the ottoman or I put it over here on the floor, and it's fine. But what I did is I cut this. So what I do is during the day, the cut part I actually put on my seat because again, it's hard. It's not soft. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This isn't a soft seat, but with the topper, it's absolutely fine. I sat an entire week on that and there's zero issues with it. So that's the topper. And what I have is I have a long ottoman. And what I do is I keep my in order to keep everything out of the way, I keep my electric blanket in there, and I keep my I forgot my sleeping bag in there in case I need a little extra warmth, and I keep my comforter in there, and I can fit another pillow in there. That's about it. It's not huge. It's only 30 inches long, and it's how wide is it? It is, let's see, 15 inches wide. So it's really not that big. And what it does is it kind of doubles as I have my table. This table gets set up when I'm working, and I kind of use this as for my mouse and my things like that. I can, because it's literally right next to me. And it works absolutely fine, and it keeps it. So what I do is I move that out of the way at night. I stretch out the bed, and it's absolutely perfect. So as always, with everything else in the video description below, I'll have links for everything that you've seen here. I hope it's helpful. And I know yesterday when I did part one and part two, I don't think I was logged in because a lot of them didn't say when I purchased it. So I apologize for that. But just so you know, I did actually purchase everything that I'm showing you, and I have it in my van. The last video I'm going to do is I'm going to do must-haves. And I'll do that in part 4 in probably a day or so when I get around to it. So enjoy this video. If you like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.